Good day, everyone. So for today's video, I'm going to discuss about the solution of the system of the linear equation using Gauss-Jordan reduction method. For our learning objectives, we're going to represent the augmented matrix of a linear system, write the matrix in the reduced echelon form, and solve the linear system using Gauss-Jordan reduction method. For the short history, Gauss-Jordan elimination method has roots in ancient China. Carl Friedrich Gauss, a famous mathematician, created an algorithm for solving the system of linear equations by reducing the augmented matrix to a triangular form, or that is our row echelon form. Now, Wilhelm Jordan, a German geodesist, modified Gauss' algorithm. Jordan's contribution extended the method to produce a matrix in reduced row echelon form. So this Gauss-Jordan reduction method is used to solve the system of linear equation by transforming the augmented matrix into the reduced row echelon form. So here are the steps in using the Gauss-Jordan reduction method. So the first one, we're going to write the augmented matrix, then transform the augmented matrix into the reduced row echelon form, and then interpret the result. Now let us take a look on this example. So find the solution set of the system. So the first equation is 2x plus y is equal to 5 and x minus y is equal to 1. So in our system of equations, we have two equations with two variables. So first step is to write the augmented matrix. Okay, so the first column is pertaining to the coefficients of the variable x, wherein this one is pertaining to the coefficients of our variable y. And of course, we have the constants 5 and 1. Now, we have to proceed to step 2 by transforming the augmented matrix into the row echelon form. So this is our augmented matrix. Okay, so this is our augmented matrix. So all we need to do is to make the first pivot must be equivalent to 1. But by looking now at our second row, we have here 1 as the entry. So all we need to do is to interchange our row 1 and row 2. So we have this result, interchanging the rows. Okay. Then afterwards, we're going to add negative 2 times the row 1 to our row 2 so that this entry must be 0. Okay, so let us have here. Okay, let us copy first our first row, 1, negative 1, 1 on this part, and then let us proceed to this operation. Negative 2 times 1, that is a negative 2, plus 2, of course, we have here 0. Then negative 2 times a negative 1, that is a positive 2, plus 1, that's why we have here 3. Then negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, plus 5, so here, we have here 3. Okay. Then, by looking now on the result, we have here 3 as the entry. So, to make this diagonal equivalent to 1, 1 as the main entries, our concern is to make this 3 into 1. So, what operation are we going to do? Okay, we have to multiply our row 2 into 1/3. So, what will be the result now? So we have here, we have to copy the first row, okay, then multiply the second row to 1/3. 0 times 1/3, of course, we have here 0. 3 times 1/3, that is the same as 3 times 1 or 3 divided by 3. That's why we have here 1. So again, 3 times 1/3, that is now 1. Then Looking now at our main diagonal, we already have here 1 as the entries. So our concern is to make our matrix into the reduced row echelon form. So we need to make this -1 into 0. So what operation are we going to do? Okay, we have to add row 2 to row 1. So we have, okay, this one. So 0 plus 1, we have here 1. 1 plus -1 is 0. And 1 plus 1, we have here 2. So from the result, we have to proceed now to our step number 3. We're just to interpret our results. So looking now at our first row, that is equivalent to our x variables. Okay, so x is equal to 2. And of course, the second one, the second row will be y is equal to 1. So we obtain our value for x and y. Now let us take a look at our second example. So find the solution of the system of the equation below. Okay, we have the first row will be x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 6. Then second equation is 2x minus 3y plus 2z is equal to 14. And 3x plus y minus z is equal to -2. So step number 1, you are going to write this into the augmented form. So can you do that? Okay, let us have now the result here. So we have to copy all the coefficients. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and the constant 6. So that serves as our first row. Then 2, -3, 2, 14. This one. That serves as our second row. And 3, 1, -1, -2. That is our third row. So this is our augmented matrix. So okay, now we are going to transform our augmented matrix in reduced row echelon form. So by looking now at our first pivot, we already have here 1. So all we need to do is to make the entries below this to be 0. So what operation are we going to do? So to make this 2 into 0, okay, so we are going to multiply -2 to row 1 added to row 2. And similarly, to make this 3 into 0, our operation will be -3 times the first row added to the third row. So what will be the result? Okay, let us check. So let us perform the operation in the second row. So -2 times 1, that is a -2 added to 2. So that is now 0. Okay, this part. So we copied already the first row. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6. And then -2 times 2, that is a -4. -4 plus -3, we have here a -7. -2 times 3, that is a -6. -6 plus 2, we have here a -4. And then, -2 times 6 is -12. -12 added to 14 is +2. Now, how about the third row? So, let us perform this operation. So, -3 times 1 is 3. -3 rather. -3 plus 3, that is 0. -3 times 2, that is now a -6. -6 plus 1 is -5. Then -3 times 3 is -9. -9 plus -1 is -10. And then -3 times 6 is -18. -18 plus a -2 is -20. Okay, so the result is correct. Now, our next concern is to look at the next pivot. So our concern is to make this into 1. But by looking now on the other entry, so we all know that this is divisible by 7. So your first thinking is to multiply this by -1/7. But by looking now on the other entries, we will result to fractions. Okay. But by looking now at our third row, we have these numbers which are all divisible by 5. So let us perform first the operation on that part. So what are we going to do? Okay. What are we going to do so that this -5 becomes 1? Okay, so we have to multiply this to -1/5 of our row 3. So this is now the result. Let us perform. -1/5 times 0 is 0. And then -1/5 times -5, of course, again, negative times a negative, that is now a positive. Then -5 times 1, that is now -5 divided by 5. So a -5 rather, so negative over a negative. Okay, so that is the same as +1. Next is -10 times a -1/5, that is now the same as +2. And then -20 multiplied to -1/5, that is the same as +4. And then we copied the first two rows. Okay. So our next concern is to interchange our row 2 and row 3 so that our next pivot must be on the second row. Okay, that is equivalent to 1 as the entry. So our operation is to interchange row 2 and row 3. Okay, so this is the result. Copy the first row and interchange the second row, okay, to the third row. Okay, next is to make this -7 into 0. Okay, so what we need to do is to multiply our row 2 into 7 and added to row 3. So let us perform. Okay, let us check this result. So first, let us copy the first two rows rather. Okay, then we have here 7 times 0 is 0 plus 0. Of course, we have here 0. And then 7 times 1 is 7 plus a -7 is 0. Then 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus a -4, that is now +10. And then 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 2 is 30. Okay. So next is to make the -10 equivalent to 1. So as the next pivot. So all we need to do is to multiply our third row by 1/10. So this is now the result. Okay. So we have to copy the first two rows and then multiply the third row to 1/10. So 0 times 1/10 is 0. The same with this. And then 1/10 of 10, of course, that is now 1. And then 1/10 of 30, that is 3. So our diagonal entries are already B1. Our next concern is to reduce this into the row echelon form. So let us copy first into the next. Okay, let us continue on this slide. So again, we obtained our row echelon form by looking at our diagonal matrix. We already have here 1 as the entries. Okay, but since we are going to reduce this into row echelon form, our concern is to make all these entries into 0. So let us start with 3. So what operation are we going to do so that this 3 becomes 0? So we have to multiply the third row by a -3 and add to first row. Similarly, if we're going to make this 2 into 0, we will perform the operation -2 times row 3 added to row 2. Okay, let us have this result, but let us check first if the result is correct. So we have to copy the third row, 0, 0, 1, 3, and let us perform the operation to the first row. So negative 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1. We have here 1. Okay. Then negative 3 times 0 again is 0. 0 plus 2. We have here 2. And negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 3. We have here 0. Negative 3 times 3. That is a negative 9. Negative 9 plus 6, that is a negative 3. Okay, correct? And then, let us perform the second operation. So we have negative 2 times, okay, the third row. So we have negative 2 times 0, that is 0, plus 0, of course, we have here 0. Negative 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1, we have here 1. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, plus 2, we have here 0. Then negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. Okay, now, for the result, we already have here 2. So what operation are we going to do so that that becomes 0? Okay, so let us use this operation. Negative 2 times our row 2 added to row 1. So let us check this result. So we have to copy the second and the third row. Okay. Okay, now let us perform this operation. Negative 2 of row 2. Okay, go. So negative 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1. We have here 1. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 plus 2. We have here 0. Negative 2 times 0 is 0 plus 0. We have 0. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 2. 2 plus a negative 3. Okay, we have here 1. So let us interpret the result. By looking now at the first row, we have here x is equal to 1. Wherein, the second row, we have here y is equal to negative 2. And lastly, z is equal to 3. Okay? I hope you learn. Let us take a look on the next example. Okay, for our example number 3, consider the linear system. We have the first equation, x plus y plus 2z is equal to negative 1, x minus 2y plus z is equal to negative 5, and 3x plus y plus z is equal to 3. And we are asked to find the solution using the Gauss-Jordan reduction method. So, first step, let us write our linear system into the augmented matrix. So, we have the result. 1, 1, 2, negative 1, 1, negative 2, 1, negative 5, and 3, 1, 1, 3. Okay. So, the next one, let us write our augmented matrix into the reduced row echelon form. Okay. So let us transform the matrix to the row echelon form. So this is our augmented matrix. So looking now at our first entry, we already have here 1. So all we need to do is to make this 1 entry into 0. Okay? So what operation are we going to do so that this 1 becomes 0? So using our row 1 and row 2. So we need to multiply the first row by negative 1 and add to our second row. And similarly, if we have here, we're going to make this 3 into 0 by using the operation negative 3 times row 1 plus row 3. Let us have this result. Let us check. So negative of 1 is negative 1 plus 1. We have here 0. Negative 1 of 1 is negative 1 plus negative 2. We have here a negative 3. Then negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 1, we have here a negative 1. Then negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Positive 1 plus a negative 5, we have a negative 4. Now, let us have this operation. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 3. We have here 0. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. And negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. 3 plus 3, we have here 6. Okay, so next step is to make the next pivot equivalent to 1. So, by looking now at our second row, if we're going to multiply this by 1/3 or negative 1/3, we will arrive here for a fraction. But by looking now on the third row, if we're going to multiply this by negative 1/2, we will result to 1 fraction. Okay, so that is much better. So let us perform the operation. First, let us interchange row 2 and row 3. Okay, so here we copy the first row, 1, 1, 2, negative 1. Then interchanging our second row, 0, negative 2, negative 5, 6 as the second row. And then the third row becomes this row. So 0, negative 3, negative 1, negative 4. Okay, now our concern is to make this negative 2 into 1 by performing the operation of multiplying negative 1/2 to our second row. So we will result to, let us check, let us copy first our first row, 1, 1, 2, negative 1. And the third row, 0, negative 3, negative 1, negative 4. Then multiply. 0 times 0, of course, 0. Negative 2 times negative 1/2 is positive 1. Negative 5 times negative 1/2 is positive 5/2. And 6 times negative 1/2 is negative 3. Okay, so we have here 1, 1. So our next step is to make this negative 3 into 0. So by performing the operation of 3 times the second row added to the third row. So we arrive at this result. Let us check first. Okay, copy the first row, 1, 1, 2, negative 1. Yan, 0, 1, 5/2, negative 3. And then let us perform the operation. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 0. Of course, we have here 0. 3 times 1 is 3 plus a negative 3 is 0. Then 3 times 5/2, that is the same as 15/2. 15/2 minus 1 or plus a negative 1. So that is the same as negative 2 over 2. So 15 minus 2, we arrive at 13. Okay, so 13/2. And then negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Negative 9 added to negative 4 is negative 13. Okay, negative 9 plus negative 4. Okay, correct. And now, so looking now at our result, our next concern is to make this 13/2 into 1. So by multiplying to its reciprocal, so we arrive at 2 over 13 multiplied to row 3. So we arrive at, okay, let us check first. Copy the first row, 1, 1, 2, negative 1. Second row, 0, 1, 5 halves, negative 3, and then let us perform the operation. 0 times 2 13th, 0, 0 times 2 13th is 0, and then 13 halves times 2 over 13, that is, so we can cancel 2 over 2 and 13 over 13, that is now, we arrive at 1. And then negative 13 times 2 over 13, so we can cancel 13 over 13, and negative 1 times 2, that is a negative 2. Next step, so let us copy first. Okay, so let us continue on this slide. Our next concern is to make these 5 halves into 0. So what operation are we going to do? So we need to multiply negative 5 halves times row 3 added to row 2. And similarly, we're going to make these 2 into 0 by doing the operation of negative 2 times row 3 added to row 1. So the result will be, let us check. So copy the last row, 0, 0, 1, negative 2. Okay, let us perform the operation here. 0 times negative 5 halves. Okay, sorry. 0 times negative 5 halves is 0 plus 0. We have here 0. 0 times negative 5 halves is 0 plus 1. We have here 1. And then negative 5 halves times 1 is negative 5 halves added to 5 halves, that is 0. And then negative 5 halves times a negative 2. So we have here a negative times negative is positive. So that is the same as, you can also multiply numerator to numerator, then divide by the denominator, okay? So that is negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10 divided by 2. That's why we have here 5, okay? 5 minus 3 or plus a negative 3. 5 plus negative 3 is positive 2. Okay, this one. Okay, and then negative, let us perform the operation here. Negative 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1. We have here 1. Negative 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. Then negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 plus 2. That's why we have here 0. And negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Positive 4 plus a negative 1, that is 3. Okay, so how can you interpret now? Lastly, we already have 1, 1, 0, the rest, but this one is still 1. We need to make this into 0. So what operation are we going to do? Using our row 2 multiplied to negative 1 and then add to row 1. So this is the result. But let us check first. So copying the last row, 0, 0, 1, negative 2, 0, 1, 0, 2 for the second row, and then let us perform the operation here. Negative 1 times 0 is 0 plus 1. We have here 1. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1 plus 1. We have here 0. And negative 1 times 0 is 0 plus 0. We have 0. Negative 1 times 2. We have a negative 2. Negative 2 plus 3. We have 1. Okay. Now you are ready to interpret. What will be the value of x, y, and z? Okay, we have here x is equal to 1. Okay, y is equal to 2. And z is equal to negative 2. Okay, is there any question? So you are going to answer. All right, so you are now ready to practice. So use the Gauss-Jordan reduction method to find the solution of the linear system below. So x plus y minus z is equal to negative 2 for the first equation. Then x plus 2x minus y plus z is equal to 5 for the second equation. And negative x plus 2y plus 2z equals 1 for the third equation. So try to practice and let me see how you learn from this lesson. So if you arrive on this answer, I can congratulate you that you understand the lesson. Thank you so much. God bless everyone.